Hey guys, and welcome back for another HIIT yoga class. For today's session, you're not going to need anything at all, just some space on the floor, a mat if you have one, and whenever you're ready, come and join me in Tadasana and we'll begin our warm-up. So if you just come to the center of your mats, and we'll just begin with a quick warm-up. So standing in Tadasana, we're just going to roll our shoulders back and down, maybe 5 times backwards, and then 5 times forwards. When you've done 5 times in both directions, just come back to neutral. Inhale to lift the right arm up. Exhale, reach all the way over to the left. Inhale back to center, switching over the arms. Exhale, reach all the way over to the right. So we're just going to do 3 reaches on each side. And then when you've done 3 on each side, just come back to center, take the arms out wide, and then you're twisting and wrapping the arms around your body. So think about lifting and lengthening through that midline. And then as you wrap, just let the arms fall wherever they need to fall. 1 more each side. And then come back to center. We're going to inhale as we extend the hands up above the head. Softly bend the knees and then hinge at the hips as you come all the way down into your ragdoll Uttanasana forward fold. So think about drawing the chest over the thighs, crown of the head towards the floor. Just take a couple of deep breaths, swing from side to side, bounce up and down, do whatever you need to do to get into those hips, those hamstrings, and that lower back. And then when you're ready, just take the hands to the floor, walk the feet all the way back, find your down facing dog position. From here, I should have taken my top off before. From here, you're just simply going to press through the hands, pull the shoulder blades apart, maybe pulse through the shoulders just a few times. And then when you're ready, just pedal out the feet, opening up the calves, the hamstrings, the ankles, and of course the feet too. And then we'll take a vinyasa. So we're going to inhale, roll forwards, option to drop the knees, exhale, low plank. And then inhale as you press up to cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, press back to down facing dog. Walk the hands all the way to the back of the mat, find your Uttanasana forward fold. Heel toe your feet out to the edges of the mat, find your squat stance. Inhale as you come all the way up, extended Tadasana, palms together at the top. Exhale as you come down into that garland pose. Keeping the chest nice and high, just take a few bounces in the bottom of that squat. Try and keep those heels to the floor and the chest lifted if you can. And then when you're ready, left hand to the floor. Inhale to lift and twist towards the right. Exhale, release. Right hand to the floor. Inhale to lift and twist towards the left. Exhale, release. Heel toe the feet back underneath the hips as you come back into that forward fold. Walk the hands all the way to the front of the mat and we'll take another vinyasa. So exhale, low plank. Inhale, press up to cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes and press back to down facing dog. You're going to walk the hands all the way to the back of the mat again. We're going to repeat that sequence just one more time. So heel toe your feet out to the edges of the mat. Find your squat stance. Inhale as you come all the way up, extended Tadasana. Exhale, come down into your garland pose. Take a few pounces in the bottom. And then when you're ready, left hand to the floor. Inhale, lift and twist to the right. Exhale, release, right hand to the floor. Inhale, lift and twist to the left. Exhale, release. Heel toe the feet back underneath the hips. Walk the hands all the way to the front of the mat. Find your down facing dog position. One last time, pedal out the feet. And then if you want to, you can step or hop to the front of the mat. Find your Uttanasana forward fold. Take a moment there as you just come back to that ragdoll variation. And then when you're ready, inhale to come all the way up. Extended Tadasana, exhale, release, and reset. So we've got our usual 3 rounds of mobility, strength, and of course, calorie burning. I'm gonna start the clock and I will show, we've obviously got 5 movements per round. As usual, 45 seconds work, 25 seconds rest, and a minute in between each. So make sure you've got some water available. I'm going to show you the first movement first, and then we'll begin the clock. So we're going to start in a seated position, and we're going to find a 90-degree angle with our legs. So we're kind of in that deer Bambi pose, I guess. So the knees are bent 90 degrees. You're going to try and keep you can take the hands behind you if you want, or you can keep the hands reaching out in front. You're just simply going to take the knees from one side and then back over to the other. So you're just getting into the hips. You might find that you kind of travel around the mat a bit, and if you need to come back, reset and readjust. You might find that if you have your hands on the floor, you stay still a little bit better than you do without. So yogi's choice, there's no right or wrong, just focus on getting into those hips. So I'm going to start the timer. You have 10 seconds, so set yourself up, and when you're ready, in 3, 2, 1, you're going to lift those knees, take them all the way over to the other side. You can reach the chest forwards if you want to, and then come all the way back up and over, reach the chest forwards, so almost lean over to try and get deeper into those hips each time. You're just coming up to halfway now. You'll hear it say in a moment.
Halfway there.
So just keep gently moving, rotating from side to side. Really good. Nice work, guys. Really, really good.
10 seconds.
You have 10 seconds left on the clock, and then we are into the next movement. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The next movement, we're coming down onto our stomachs, taking the hands out slightly wider than the shoulders, fingertips to the floor, forehead to the floor, and you're just simply going to roll those shoulders back and down, pinch the shoulder blades together, and then inhale to lift all the way up to cobra. If cobra is too much for you, feel free to do the same in Sphinx pose. Instead, just think about squeezing those back muscles, using the back.
Let's go.
As you gently lift vertebrae by vertebrae up off the floor. So if you haven't started already, the clock beat. So just gently inhaling to lift, exhaling to lower. If you're finding this quite easy, focus on trying to make a spinal wave as you flow up and down.
Halfway there.
You're over halfway. Remember to also support your lower back by squeezing the glutes, engaging the inner thighs, pointing the toes if you're finding this particularly sore. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Rest.
The next movement, we're going to come up into our down facing dog. We're going to alternate between lizard lunges. So right foot comes outside of right hand, reach the heart forwards. You could even add a lift and tap with the elbow if you wanted to. Step back and then step forwards, alternating from side to side. So just gently inhaling as you step forwards, exhaling as you step back. So set yourself up in that down facing dog. Right foot outside of right hand, reach forwards, take a moment there if you want to, or inhale, lift and twist, tap the elbow, step back, and then left foot, left hand, inhale, lift and twist, tap the elbow, step back. Obviously the option is there to put the back knee to the floor if you just want that stretch. If you're feeling really stiff, sometimes going slow can help the body a little bit better.
10 seconds.
So you have 10 seconds left on the clock. And then we are on to the next movement. In 3, 2, 1, relax.
Rest.
Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. In this kneeling position, we're just going to do scat presses. So you're dropping the chest through, keeping those arms dead straight, squeezing the shoulders together, and then pressing the ground away as you pull the shoulder blades apart. The lower back remains neutral. The movement is entirely in the upper back. So set yourself up in that kneeling position. If this is too easy, you can always come into a plank variation of it. And again, just doing exactly the same thing again. You will probably find this burns quite quickly, although it's a small movement, it's deceiving. So try and keep that nice low position if you're in plank with the hips. Try not to pike. Try and find that nice flat back. Remember, the lower back is staying neutral. So it's
Halfway
literally
there.
just the chest, moving up and down maybe 2 or 3 inches, no more. This is really good for scapular stability, which is one of the main causes of shoulder
10
injuries.
seconds.
So it's a good one to add in. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, relax. Tap the toes and press back to down facing dog for the next movement. And we're simply going to come through into a body flow. So finding your down facing dog. Inhale, roll forwards, drop the hips, find cobra or sphinx if you prefer. And then exhale as you tuck the toes and press back in down facing dog. Really work into those positions at either side. And then see if you can find that spinal wave as you move through the transition. So set yourself up, find your down facing dog position, find that long spine, pull those shoulder blades apart, let the neck be free from the shoulders. Inhale, roll forwards, dropping the hips, find that stretch in that front body, and as you exhale, tuck the toes and press back, reset.
Halfway there.
If you want to take a couple of seconds at each end to just stretch and loosen, ease the body, feel free. Really good, guys.
10 seconds.
Nice work. You have less than 10 seconds and then we've got a whole minute left. So work all the way to the end. Make every second count.
Rest.
Nice. Well done, guys. You can just sit back and rest. If you want to grab some water, then feel free. The next round is our strengthening round. So the first movement of the next round is a simple glute bridge. You're going to come onto your backs and you're simply just going to lift the hips high towards the sky, shuffle the shoulders under and squeeze the glutes. If you want to, you can just lower it down, tap the bum and then lift up. So option 1, just simply lift and lower. Try not to stay too long on the floor. Option 2, you can add a tempo to that lower, maybe counting to 3 as you come down and tap. Or option 3, just hold the position for the entire 45 seconds. You'll soon feel the burn. In any case, always press flat through the feet and think about really lifting up through the hips. So squeeze those glutes, squeeze those thighs or hamstrings. So set yourself up.
Let's go.
Lift the hips as you inhale off the floor. Shuffle those shoulders right under you. So you're arching through your back. Bring the feet closer into towards the bum if you can. For a deeper back bend, support your lower back by squeezing those glutes and squeezing those inner thighs. Slowly and with control, lower the bum down to the floor, tap, and then lift straight back up. You're over halfway, so it's fast on the way up, slow on the way down if you're doing that tempo. Really good.
10 seconds.
See if you can push those hips higher for each lift. Really over-exaggerate that back bend almost. And relax.
Rest.
The next one, we're gonna remain on our backs. We're gonna do simple dead bugs. So all 4 hands and feet go up to the floor, sky, and then you're reaching, lifting your chest and shoulders off the floor, and you're taking alternate arm and leg back, and then switching sides. So you're trying to keep those shoulders off the floor, keep that chin tucked towards the chest, engage that core, brace that stomach. So set yourself up, all 4 limbs up towards the sky, point your toes, point your fingers, and then stretch or extend, opposite arm, opposite leg, lower it all the way, just an inch or 2 above the floor if you can. Keep that core engaged throughout, so squeeze that tummy.
Halfway there.
Think about keeping that lower back, so using your belly button to push your lower back down to the ground as well. Really good, you're over halfway.
10 seconds.
Nice work, guys. This is very corey, so well done. You have 5 seconds left. And relax. For the next movement, we're coming into that locus lift. So coming onto our stomachs, arms straight out, legs straight back. Inhale to lift and squeeze. Exhale to lower. So option 1, simply lift and lower. Option 2, you can lift, count for 3, and then lower with a tempo. Option 3, hold for the entire time. Or option 4, you can add a rock to make it harder if you want to. So pick your progression. See where you feel you can be today. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Remember, squeeze those inner thighs, squeeze those glutes, point those toes. Engage that back core area of muscles. Really good, nice work. The rock's quite hard, so if you want to do a couple of rocks and then lower back down, reset and then lift back up. You have just coming up to 10 seconds left on the clock. Nice work, guys, really, really good. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. We're gonna come down onto our forearms now and set ourselves up in plank. So finding that nice plank position, hips are tight and low. You're simply just gonna rock back and forth, shooting the shoulders over and finding that core engagement. You can try and do this on your knees as well if you need to, or you can come and reset halfway through and then start again as and when you need. So really think about keeping those hips nice and low. Don't pike up. Just simply rock back and forth. Again, it's quite a small movement. Brace that core. Use your stomach muscles to support your body. Squeeze those inner thighs. If you can keep tension from head to toe, you'll find your body's a lot easier to control and support. You are over halfway, so keep going. Just 15 seconds left. And we have just one more movement left on the clock. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're going to come into a kneeling position now, and we're simply going to flex the foot and kick back and up. So you're going to try and brace that core so that you don't dip through the stomach. Kick up, squeeze that glute, kick that heel towards the ceiling, and then reset and kick up the other side. So you're just simply going to kick up and back. So really think about that glute and thigh engagement, but also brace that core. If you let your stomach sag, you'll feel this in your back, but actually it will make the movement much easier. So try and keep that 90-degree bend with the foot and the knee. Really good. Nice work.
Halfway there.
If you wanted to make this harder, you could probably do it in a plank position, trying to keep those hips nice and low, adding in a bit of arm movement as well.
10 seconds.
You have just coming up to 5 seconds left on the clock, so work all the way to the end. See if you can get one more each side. And relax. So you've got a whole minute's worth of rest, and we've got just one final round of cardio movements left to do, and then I will cool you down. So I'll demonstrate the first movement. The first one is one of my favorites. You're going to start at the back of the mat. You're going to walk your hands all the way out. Find your plank position. Option to add in a press if you want to, and then walk the hands all the way back. Jump, catch in chair, reset, and go again. So option to just hold in plank or add that press using your knees if you need to, and then come all the way back, jump, catch in chair. The faster you can do this bit, the more cardio burning you're gonna do. It's also gonna make the chair catch a little bit harder because you're gonna be under fatigue. So set yourself up, walk those hands all the way to the front of the mat, find that plank position. Option to add that press, walk the hands all the way back, jump, catch in chair. See if you can do at least 5 of these. That's your goal, 4 to 5. Use your knees if you need to on those press ups if you're adding them in. There's no harm in keeping that back nice and safe. You're over halfway, so see if you can get the same again. Maybe just one less. Nice work. I'm seeing some good catching and pressing. It's really good. You have 5 seconds left on the clock, so see if you can get that one last press in. Nice. And relax. The next one, we're going to find a wide stance on our mat, coming into goddess squat. Sitting back and down, 90-degree angle with the knees. Inhale to jump, catch in chair. Exhale to come back to goddess squat. Option to step in and step out, alternating the leading leg each time. So set yourself up in that wide stance, sit back into that goddess squat, jump, catch and chair, jump, catch and goddess. With this one, think about bracing your core. So imagine someone punching you in the tummy, tucking that tailbone under, sucking the ribs down towards the pelvis so you have that nice strong core as well, so that your core supports your back in this movement.
Halfway there.
Nice work. You'll find it's a little bit tougher, but it's a lot better for your body, and you'll build strength from head to toe. You have just coming up to 10 seconds left on the clock.
10 seconds.
Nice work. Really good. And in 3, 2, 1.
Rest.
Option 1 for the next movement is a simple mountain climber. So you can just do as many of these as possible. This is quite tough if you just want a cardio burn. Option 2, you can come into that tiger curl, tucking nose to knee. It's a little bit slower, but it's more strengthening. So pick your progression that you prefer today, whether you want that cardio burn
Let's go.
or whether you want to focus on that tiger curl crunch. If you're in that plank position, try and keep those hips nice and low. Keep pressing the ground away and really bring those knees all the way through to the elbows so that you're coming through the arms. Don't let them just stay back behind you. Bring them all the way through, knees to chest. Nice work, really good. Wow, Kenna, I think you're going mental on those mountain climbers. Well done, keep it up. You got 13 seconds left, so keep moving all the way to the end. Nice work, guys, really good. Really, really good. And rest. The next movement, we're coming to the front of the mat and we're coming into a simple alternating lunge. So tapping the back knee to the floor, stepping back, stepping forwards. Option to add a jumping lunge to it as well, and even the arms as you tap that knee, cactus them out to the side. So set yourself up in your Tadasana, reach the arms up high. Option to have the hands on the hips as well if you wanted to. If the arms up high is too much, just steadily move through. If you want to speed it up and add more cardio to it, then feel free. Just tap that back knee each time. Try and do it with control throughout. You are over halfway, so if you've been counting, see if you can match the same number of reps that you've just done. Maybe add 1 or 2 more if you can.
10 seconds.
Really good. Nice work. If you want to speed it up for the last 10 seconds, you can. And in 3, 2, 1, relax. The last movement is a simple plank jack. So option to do this on your hands or on your forearms, and you're just jumping, feet out wide, feet together, feet out wide, feet together. If you need to, step and step in, step out, step in. And you can again rotate the leading leg. So set yourself up,
Last round.
forearms or on your hands, wherever you prefer. And you're just jumping in and out. To make this harder, think about keeping those hips nice and low throughout, so you're not piking in that plank too much. To make it easier, you could come more into a down-facing dog position
Halfway there.
and jump in and jump out, or step in, step out, whatever you need to do. You have just coming up to 10 seconds left on the clock, so keep working, see if you can speed it up for the last few seconds. Keep grinding all the way to the end. This is your last movement. And relax. So from here, just come and sit back on your mats, grab some water if you want to, and then come and meet me in extended child's pose, and we'll begin a cool down. Nice work, guys. You did so well. So, reaching forward with those hands, forehead to the floor, finding yourself in that extended child's pose. Just take 3 deep breaths. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then when you're ready, just walk the hands all the way over to the left. Find that stretch in the right side body. Take 2 deep breaths. And then walk the hands all the way back to the front, and then all the way over to the right. Take 2 more deep breaths as you find that stretch in the left side body. From here, just walk your hands all the way back to center. Come all the way up and onto your stomachs. We're going to reach back, same arm to same foot. Bring that heel in towards your glute. Pulse it a few times and then hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release and then switch sides. So left hand goes to left foot, bringing that heel in towards the glute. Pulse it a few times and then hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. We're going to come all the way up now onto our bums, finding ourselves in a seated position, legs extended out in front of us. Flex the toes back towards you, pull the fleshy bits of your bum out from underneath your sit bones. Inhale as you lift and lengthen. Exhale as you fold forwards over. You're bringing your chest towards your thighs, nose towards your toes. Just take 5 deep breaths. Last deep breath all the way in. Exhale. And then slowly inhale as you come all the way up. Slide your bum down towards your heels. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Hug them with both arms. And then just gently take the toes to the floor. Take the arms out wide. Keep the heels lifted. From here, we're just going to drop the knees from side to side for a few mountain climbers to finish. Releasing off the lower back. Massaging the hips and the glutes. Opening up the shoulders and the chest. One more each side. And then just gently bring those knees back in towards the center of your chest. Hug them again with both arms. Rock from side to side. Massage that lower back. And then whenever you're ready, just gently roll all the way over onto the right side of your body. Come all the way up to seated. And we'll take one final deep inhale as we lift the hands up above the head, palms together at the top. And as we exhale, bringing the hands to the forehead, kind thoughts, to the lips, kind words, to the heart, kind feelings. Namaste.